All right, we're on hole number 8 of the second anniversary tournament. We're in Monday's qualifying round. We started off as a practice, and we've done so well, we're just going to qualify. All right, so this hole right here, our goal is to try and get out in front of those trees. We need to get out into this area right here. We need to get past those trees if you're going to come over to this side. So if you're coming over to that side, I'm going to bring a big topper, a Titan. I'm going to bring a Saturn and a Hornet. Now the other shot is to lay up down in here, and this is a great QB shot. Lots of curl, lots of side spin on the ball. Bring a ball that's got lots of side spin, katana, and try and get down to that shadow. If you're anywhere in that shadow or even close, like down here at the very beginning, you've cleared the trees, so you've got a nice long iron shot to get in. And it's not a very difficult shot to get down there. I'm not a fan of taking this shot through the trees. You get caught up in the trees from here, you can't make it. The only time I would say, hitting through the trees is a viable option is if you mess up, you can still make it from wherever you're at, but you can't make it if you're in the trees. So we're going to go the long route, and we're going to bring a big topper. And our big topper is at 24 accuracy, so it's 2.5 per ring for wind. And we're going to bring a Saturn and a Hornet. I feel like if I'm in my long iron range, I need more backspin, and if I'm in my short iron range, I can just barely get it done with the Hornet. And we're going to bring a Titan. Big topper, Titan. And we're going to throw it out there and see what we've got going on. I haven't played this hole since the fall major. All right. And I know in the fall major, in 10 times on this hole, I only eagled it twice. So in each one of my accounts, I only eagled it once during the tournament. And so it's a very tough hole. I put myself in position to eagle it, but man, it is just a tough hole. We're going to leave that wind in. I want to come out here a little more because I'm going to put on some left-hand curl. And so no matter what, with the side spin and the curl, the ball is gonna want to go to the left. And we're clear of the trees. So anything over 400, I think, if I remember correctly, you're clear of the trees out there. Now it would have been nicer to be up close and clear of the trees, but if you hit it up close, it lengthens it out. So you actually, if you're up here close, you actually have to hit it a little bit farther in order to clear the trees. So there's a fine line between, getting close up there to make the second shot shorter, but you have to clear those trees. Let's see where our opponent is. Our opponent's on the inside, so theirs was making it shorter, and you can see that the tree is just right in the way. Okay, so there's our Hornet and there's our Saturn. So we're right at maximum Hornet, and at maximum Hornet we're at 1.1 per ring, and we're going to add on 10%, is what my notes say. So it's 2.3, so it would be 2.5. So somewhere in that range. Isn't it perfect? Get in the hole! Oh, not close. Dang. That would have been been nice to pick up. Yeah, it would have been a nice shot if it had went in. It's a risky drive though when you take a big topper out here. I tried this with an extra mile on a Titan, and you can get farther with the big topper. So if you wanted to use your extra mile, it is more accurate, you'll very seldom ever hear the words, "Hey, your extra mile is more accurate." But if you're using an extra mile and you want to get up there a little bit further, I'm going to, with my other account, when I get to this hole, I'm going to practice. I'm going to try using some 5-power balls, and I'm going to see how far up there I can get, even if I'm in the rough, way up by the green. I want to see, one, how far we can get up there, and two, what kind of look it gives us wherever we land. So the first time you do those practice shots, it doesn't really matter where you end up. The goal is to try and get the maximum amount of distance that you can, and then see where you ended up to see if it's even viable. All right, we will be forfeiting here. And it would have been nice to pick that eagle up. We came close. We came close. Let's go look at that hole real quick. So I started off over here and we ended up out in this area. The question is that if you bring a bigger ball, can you make this curve? Like how far out would you have to start where it's bouncing and at the end of its run? I don't think we can, I don't think we can make this big of a curve unless we tried some kind of and you're too far back to try a hook shot where you try and get more whip in it. You need the ball to float out a little and then tail off making this curve. So I think even with a bigger power ball, we were out in this area right here. I think even with a bigger power ball, the whole goal would be to try and get like right up here on the other side of this shadow. Then you're probably in your wedge range. But I'm not sure if we can achieve that and get up there, but I will practice it in my practice account and post it so you can see what it looks like. But the question is that, if we try this shot, do we end up in the rough over here? Can we even make that curve? So we'll practice that in the next round and show you guys some videos just so that you can see whether or not that's a viable shot. So anything we can do to help increase our odds of getting an eagle on this hole. This hole is very tricky, and we were in pretty much the perfect spot right there at the transition of our club where we could have used a minimum long iron with lots of backspin, or we could have used the short iron with just a little teeny bit. All right, that was hole number 8 of the second anniversary tournament in the rookie division. Thanks for watching.